Hello, this is Julie Yasar working with the Realty One Group Iconic in Spring, Texas area. Today, I'm going to talk about the 5 seller beliefs that are no longer true. When it comes to real estate, some people still hold on old school beliefs that are not true, such as numerous seller beliefs that are not longer true today. Let's look at each of them. Number 1, if I price it high, they will still come. Despite the emphasis on pricing correctly the first time, many sellers still subscribe to the idea that they can price a property as high as they want and that buyers will still come and see it. After all, they can always reduce the price later and buyer can still make an offer, right? Unfortunately, it's not true. The home usually sits with the little showing traffic and the feedback is that is overpriced. When this happens, the seller comes up with a million other reasons like why it's not getting attention, because of the marketing, some other thing. But the reality is, when you price a home too high, the buyer that are looking in the same price range as the home can afford more and usually want something else. You risk eliminating the very buyers the home would be an ideal fit for. Also, the price sends a signal to the potential buyers and the agents as to what kind of seller you are, like a realistic, unrealistic, flexible, difficult. So be careful when you're pricing your home. Number 2 is open houses bring ready, willing, and able buyers. Before the spread of the internet, open houses were heavily relied upon as a marketing tool to generate potential buyers. COVID-19 aside, buyers are more aware than ever of properties for sale as a result of syndicating from the MLS to several hundred websites. So, their phones with the latest market activity on properties. So, although buyers have attending open houses during pre-pandemic or now may be venturing out in those markets that are actually hosting them, the reality is most open houses tend to bring out more curiosity seekers and neighbors than buyers who are ready to buy now. There are still chances, but not high as much as it used to be. Number 3, why do I need to substantially improve my home before putting it on the market? It is what it is. The great debate over what to fix, change, and improve before putting on a home on the market. The agent recommendations can seem endless to you. Many sellers still believe they shouldn't have to do those things or not nearly to the level of what their agent is suggesting. After all, a buyer is going to come in and do what they want anyway. Why do I need to give them new appliances and granite countertops in the kitchen or even new flooring? As a seller, you might think. Repairs? What repairs? Everything is working in this house. Why should I have to figure it out what's wrong with it? Is that Inspector Jobs, you will say to me. As a seller, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. If you start off the market on the wrong foot, you'll have a very difficult time capturing buyers who would have been interested in your home had you done to the necessary prep recommended by your agent. Failing to properly prepare your home for the sale may communicate the message that your home is not maintained well and is in the need of a lot of repairs. It makes the buyer wonder, what else might be seriously wrong that I can see in this house? Interest and attention always at its peak when the property first hits in the market, first 2 weeks, important. Therefore, a poor first impressions will not generate the excitement and motivation for buyers to run over to see a house and make an offer. After doing preparation for sale work, many sellers think they can raise their asking price because they simply do repair and replace things that need to be done in the first place. Again, it doesn't work like that, guys. The market won't pay more for maintenance, but it will result in better showings and the likelihood strong offers. Number 4, show me the money. Many sellers still believe that whatever improvements they put into their home automatically translate into higher selling price. The reality is the market will never pay you dollar for dollar for the improvements you made, and some things might be too taste specific to motivate a buyer to pay more, such as pools are a great example. It's no secret the cost of building a pool can easily hit $50,000 or more based on size, screen, heater, whether or not it has a grand spa, something like that. I'll give you an example from my subdivision that are sold recently. One with the pool and the other one has no pool. Both of them has lake view, same bedroom, similar square feet, and the pool one has also have whole second floor wood. He sold $337,000 and probably spent easily $75,000 for all improvements that he made. With no pool, house sold $300,000. If the seller would do the pool, he could sell his home with a similar price. Having a pool, fancy summer kitchen, fireplace, nice to have, but doesn't guarantee you a buyer is going to pay over what recently closed homes have gone for, plus or minus an adjustment. If you want to do those improvements, do it without expectation in higher returns. Number 5 is more repairs. Many sellers think bulk at the idea that a buyer might come at them with the repair request after inspection. They argue that their home isn't new, and if a buyer wants a new space, they should go buy one. But it can be difficult for sellers to understand that if they don't work with the buyers on repairs, they could easily lose them during the inspection contingency period. They added stigma of a home. Don't forget, another buyer will come and do inspection and will request same things again. At a certain point, the seller may have the address to the repairs in questions, substantially reduce the price, or give the buyer at closing cost credit in lieu of repairs. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching me. If you like my videos, please subscribe and make a comment. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.